Well, hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 138 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. We're focusing on our physical well-being, physical health this month. And today's topic is one that's pretty near and dear to my heart because unfortunately I have a lot of experience with it. It is illness, disease, diagnoses, or having diseases diagnosed, and treatment protocols, the impact they have on our physical health, our physical well-being, and our physical goals. So, there's a lot of things I've learned over the years. Since I was a little girl, I had a lot of physical challenges, health challenges. I would get a little cut and it would get infected. I would get tonsillitis. I would get laryngitis. I sounded like a rusty gate hinge for like the first 12 years of my life. And then when I was supposed to get my tonsils out, my doctor broke his arm and it got postponed. And I never got tonsillitis again, which is really interesting to me. But I was a little bit accident prone. I fell over a trike when I was 2 and ripped my mouth open. I cut my head open on a coffee table during President Kennedy's funeral, which kind of tells you about how old I am. I was 3 at the time. So I've had some experience. And then in my 20s, I had some super health challenges, and I'm now legally blind, all kinds of craziness. I've had kidney surgery. I've had other surgeries. I've had a surgery on both my eyes multiple times. I've had all kinds of crazy stuff go on. And in my 20s, I think that's when my early 20s, I first had the experience of going to a lot of doctors and them not knowing and not being able to figure out what was wrong with me. They knew there was some systemic thing going on, some, systemic inflammation, arthritis, kidney stuff, some intestinal things, all kinds of weirdness that they ended up after several years of individually, because that was before they did team medicine. Each of my different experts were doing their treatment protocol for what they were treating me for. So my nephrologist was treating me with kidney protocols. I didn't have a cardiologist back then. That didn't happen until I was 50. But my eye doctors, my ophthalmologists, and all of the eye specialists that I was working with were treating me with their treatment protocols. And nobody was really looking at me as a whole person and a whole being. Now, medical is treatment and diagnosis is done differently. They actually work in teams of different functions and different areas of medicine. They work together because a lot of things that are going on in us, one thing is creating another, and then the treatment protocols from the one are actually negatively impacting the other. At least that's what was happening with me. So the whole topic of illness and disease, I kind of went on my own journey to discover what would work for me and what was best for me. Louise Hay is one of the first books I discovered, and she has a book called You Can Heal Your Life. And she talks about different symptoms and what could be causing that in our bodies. And you can do certain things to help alleviate those symptoms and those things in your bodies. So I highly recommend Louise Hay's book. I mean, she's been gone for several years now, but it's still a great book. And it's a great place to start. I also did a bunch of work on heart walls, and I'm going to forget his name. Dr. B.H. I can't remember his name. Anyway, that's another good book because we create disease and inflammation in our bodies based on experiences we've had. When we have negative experiences, we don't always process them and get them out of our system. Sometimes we keep them, and they stay trapped in our bodies, and they can actually form diseases. They can actually form illnesses. And it's whether you believe this or not is up to you. But in my experience, that has been what's happened. There is a reason I can't see, and I don't know what it is yet, but I'm working to figure it out. So our action item today is just to think about the impact and your past experiences. What kind of illnesses, disease, challenges have you faced? Physical health challenges. And right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place yourself? I mean, I had my ICD replaced, my internal cardiac device replaced last week, so I can't really give myself an average or a below average for concern about that. I have to say I'm probably about a 6 in terms of how much disease and illness I've had. In my family would probably say I'm about a 9, but I like to say that I'm a 6 or a 5. I'm average compared to other people. Why? Because that helps me to deal with it in a more positive, optimistic way. So that's all we're doing today, thinking about how much experience have we had with, and I hope that you've had like no disease, no illnesses, with COVID that hit a lot of people that had never been really sick before. So I think billions of people that have never experienced a lot of challenges and physical challenges and health challenges actually experienced them recently. So that's it. That's our topic for today. Any questions, hit me up. We just want to think about, what does the impact of illness and disease have on us achieving our physical goals? All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.